Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Right Reality Podcast. My name is Mixie.
My name is Steven. Hello, welcome to All-Star Shore Season 2, Episode 3. Your brain is like a T-Rex, I believe is what the episode name was.
Yes.
A very interesting name for an episode, unlike The Challenge, which is like I almost said patriarch. Patriotic, and then not. And then it's like patriotic again, like Go America, and then it's like dirt in the boots or something, you know?
Yes, dirt in the boots. Yeah, American Pie and trucks and all that stuff. Yeah, that's...
And then dirt in the boots.
You betcha. But this time they have titled it after a burn that I've never heard before, but will probably pocket and use in the future. An absolutely beautiful display of words by our guy Javi. He had a great episode, a fantastic birthday so far. I think we're going to see the rest of the birthday next episode, but this was quite the episode, to say the least. It kind of started a little slow, in my opinion, but it heated up quick, and we got some good shit.
I know exactly where this episode is going. I know where we're going to have our conversation moments. I know where the hotties are going to want us to talk about. I do want to start by asking a very specific question to you, Mixie.
Okay.
Do we think the opening shots of each episode are staged? And by that, I mean the random glasses everywhere that are kind of full but not, the piece of toast on a plate with one bite out of the piece of toast with nothing left on it. No avocado, no eggs, just a piece of toast on a plate. Do we think these are staged?
Steven, you live in my brain because I literally have that as my first note as well. I feel like they must be, just because I know that cleaning crew is working overtime, and I know that those people are waking up decently early, especially because they were saying it was too early to get into a fight. So the fact that we are seeing this trash and such in the daylight, there's no way they aren't cleaning that while they're sleeping. So unless there was like one day where they were like, you know, don't come out of your rooms for a while, and they got all these shots, I think they might be staged. They're definitely, I would like to put on the record of what I think is true. I'm pretty sure that they were all shot in the same time. Like, they had one day where they shot all the garbage dumpster fire outside, and then they cleaned it up, and then they never got it again.
Yeah, that's just smart production planning.
Yes.
That's great production coordinating by the team there to be like, you know what would be great? Let's just film a whole bunch of inserts of, like, glasses everywhere, right?
Uh-huh.
Because it appears to me way too much glassware everywhere.
Yeah.
There's only, 12 of these characters?
Well, and I would argue that we have yet to see a time where they're all actually partying together, because some of these people are like, oh, I'm going to take this seriously and I'm going to go to bed, even though they suck and they keep losing. Chase. But
sucks to suck.
Yeah, it does. I do. I think that it was all shot at one time, just like the Hopper and the challenge. I think it's all shot at one time.
I'm glad we got that out of the way, because that was something that I first caught my eye. I was like, now there were ants on the plate. So if they went through the extra step of hiring an ant wrangler to be like, we need like 2 good ants. You got 2 good ants that are good actors. We're going to need it to like go around the plate and like not to go on the food, because that'll look just really gross. So just be around the plate. You got 2 of those. And they're like, sir, I got a whole ant army for you if you need it.
Hey, I wouldn't put it past them. They built a 25-foot fucking toilet and filled it with random vomit that I still don't know how they got. Tell me your secrets.
Yeah, you shared the episode on your story, but you like didn't answer our question, which
I'll sign an NDA. Listen, if you can't tell us without me signing an NDA, I'll do it. I just need to know. I need to know that badly that I will gatekeep it from the rest of our listeners just so that I know.
Yeah, and it's just good for us to know. Like, if we ever need to recreate, you know, maybe like, you know, sometimes like to scale, you know, like your parents give you like a big recipe for Thanksgiving and you're like, I don't need to eat that many mashed potatoes or that much green bean casserole. I'll just cut the formula in half, you know?
Exactly.
Like, I need this much vomit. I need this much, basil to make it look like little bits of, green stuff in my vomit. That's what I need. So let us know. DMs are always open for you.
The thing I love, again, about this show is they went the extra mile to hire the ant actors, right?
Yes.
But yet, they just handed, what is her name? Marina?
Mm-hmm.
And Chase the iPad with like just the classic cover on it. You know that they went to one of those producers and they were like, fuck, we forgot to like make a little case for the iPad. Can we just throw it in a drawer and knock on the door? That'll work. That'll do it. Let's do that.
Yeah. What's in this? Oh, an iPad. Oh, we're supposed to, oh, we need.
Oh, fuck, we forgot the iPad.
We're gonna open it. Okay, what do we just hit play? Okay. We'll walk back out and do that.
Yeah, they made sure to open the door, but there's no wall on either side, which was, again,
big time move.
12 out of 10 comedy. We love this shit.
Yeah, where did the doorbell come from then? Did they just go play a doorbell? There was like a knocking, like an ear. I'm like, okay.
They love their sound effects, and we got to appreciate that. And again, they don't miss. We get a shot of the iPad, right? And what's up in that corner? What am I seeing up in that corner?
Mixie. I think they thought they could sneak it by the number one.
They can't. They can't sneak it by. And that's the shit we love. It's those little gems. Those little 69% battery gems.
Well played, everybody.
Amazing. I mean, they could have just, shown the clip. They could have just had them holding it and we heard the audio. No, we got a 69%.
Right. On the fake iPad, like they went through the trouble in editing of making the mock iPad. Mm-hmm. So it makes us think that we're watching exactly what they were watching.
Yeah.
Except ours were not from the security camera angles. And then, like, they decided to put the 69% in the corner and just, like, sneak it in. Let's see if the right reality notices. Always going to notice.
We caught
and
you.
when people are like, you guys, I mean, I love reality TV. I could do a podcast like you. I'm like, would you notice the 69% battery thing? I don't think so.
I don't know. We have an eye for it, a knack, if you will.
Yeah, some vet type move over here by your number one, just spotting things left and right. I do also like, Mixie, how they threw in the shot. They were like trying to set up all the stuff from last week with Vinny and Tamaris kissing, right? Mm-hmm. And they have a shot, I'm going to put it up right now, of Tamaris staring directly into the souls of America, being like, this guy's about to kiss me, isn't he? Can somebody Can somebody blow that air horn so he doesn't embarrass himself and I have to say thank you? Nope, you're not going to do that? All right, here we go.
The thank you heard around the world. Made sure it was heard around the world. Tamaris, I like her. She seems to be a bit naive. She specifically says that she hopes Melinda won't get upset about the Vinny kiss. Everyone and their mom knows she's going to get upset about that.
Yeah, have you met her for more than 3 seconds?
Come on, girl. You know that.
I know you later said you don't care if she gets upset, but you know she's getting upset.
It's an obvious thing that's going to happen. You don't even need to talk about it. Speaking of things that are obvious that were going to happen, we finally got to meet our girl Hottie, a.k.a. Hot Take Hottie, a.k.a. Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear is back with a vengeance. I was like, 3 episodes in, we get to meet her. Yeah. Bold strategy by production. Really bold strategy.
They were waiting for her to do something. They were waiting for her to give us something, and she gave it to us. She did. But it was nice to meet her. I did not know that she was the queen of the Germany. I guess she was like, I'm picturing her as like the Snooki of Jersey Shore, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, maybe she is and maybe she isn't. I'm not an expert on Germany Shore. I do appreciate how so far we have 2 people from Germany Shore, but yet none of them appear to be like your typical Germans that you think of, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's just fantastic.
It's kind of awesome.
Fantastic that there's so much diversity that they're just like, we could get a whole bunch of like crazy Germans to party, but we're going to branch out and get as many different types of people we can on this show.
I love it. I really do. It was nice to meet Hottie, a.k.a. Pooh Bear. We were correct, though, because I really was like, once we wrapped and I was sitting on the couch after we finished recording, I was like, did we meet her? And just completely wipe it from our memory. And then they like went, and she goes, oh, hi, I'm Hottie. I'm like, oh, thank God. We were right.
Right there. It's like the Leo gif. Right there.
Yeah. We get into the Paradise game. I want to talk about this Paradise game. Chase gets to read off the rules, and I don't know if you noticed this. I took a picture. Why is Chase's like mic fluff so much bigger than everyone else's? Like massively. There's a difference in size between his and everyone else's.
It does look bigger than his nipples, which is a completely different conversation that we will not get into here. It was windy as fuck that day. There was cards blowing around. So if you add the bigger puffy, if you will, or a windscreen or a sock onto the microphone, it does help cut down a lot of the...
Well, they should have given it to Fabio for later, because there was quite the audio issues at the Paradise Reward.
But I think that's what they were trying to knock down, was that audio as he's reading the rules. And can we just say, Chase was really into reading those rules.
He was. He's really into a lot of things. Some things I think he should chill the fuck out on. And we're going to get into that. But I did appreciate the tenacity, if you will, as he was reading. It was nice.
It was lots of like fingers and hands. It was like he was trying to do his Mr. TJ. It was missing, though.
Yeah, he didn't have it.
Missing enthusiasm. It was missing pacing. It was missing any sort of vibe of Mr. TJ, part-time handler, full-time Hall of Famer.
Yes, I agree with you on that. Although he gave it a valiant effort. And I actually understood what the game was. And that was great. That was a refreshing twist on a classic.
So if we're looking at this episode from the beginning to now, Chase has 1 point. I would say we should give him a point for making sure the rules are read in a way that the audience can understand.
Yes.
So he's up 1 point. Spoiler alert, he's going to lose a bunch of points soon. Okay? They will drop off dramatically and very quickly very soon. Much like that game in The Price is Right, where the guy's going up and he's yodeling, and then it just falls off at the end. That's what's coming with Chase's points here.
Oh, I like that. I like that visual.
Thank you.
I want to say there was another visual I caught. Not sure if you caught it. I'm sure you did. We were getting ready for the first heat of the Paradise game, and my dude Spanky is in the back drinking out of a coconut. He's like, yeah, I have to go up next. Am I wildly hungover? For sure. But hair of the dog, let's go.
This is a pro-time move from all the Euros, getting ready for the thing. Our girl Chanel later said that she was hoping her hangover and her memory would work well together.
Yes.
Iconic line, spoken like a real icon of partying and drinking on television. And I love it so much. What a dynamic duo these two
I
are.
love them as a team. I think they might be my favorite duo this season so far. I have a feeling in my gut that teams will change. Also, I saw something in the spoilers of the season, but that's what they do. So
why are you looking?
It wasn't a spoiler that I read. It was in like the trailer of the season.
Oh, okay.
I'm just watching the goddamn show. I'm not allowed on
sorry.
Reddit.
I'll step back. I'll take a step back. I'll learn.
I can't go on Reddit. That's what you sound like. You can't go on Reddit. Reddit.
Well, I don't think I sound exactly like that. I'm probably not.
If you closed your eyes, you didn't know who was talking.
I do it again.
Don't go on Reddit.
No, that's you. That's you. I can tell. I closed my eyes. That was clearly you.
You're cheating. I want to get into this game. So I'm so proud of our dude Mustache, aka Guy. He's pulling a challenge move. My guy goes in there, just grabs all the cards, runs back.
You know what?
They didn't specify.
They didn't specify, and that is totally on production. Because if the people from the challenge were to tell you anything, it's if you don't say you can't do something in the rules, they will 1,000% do it. And he was like, well, they didn't say we couldn't take all of the cards. And I could just see that whole tent that we saw again later in the episode. They're all watching this and like, he's taking all the cards. Did we say they can't take? Fuck, we didn't say they can't take all the cards.
I was thinking the same thing. Like the panic that must be going on in silence in the background. Everybody's like, the cards.
Go, move the camera. Move over there. I could just imagine like the chatter on the walkie-talkies.
Oh, yeah.
Move to position B. Move to position B. They've taken all the fucking cards in one go. They want to move to position B.
I feel terrible for the person that was in charge and, spent hours on making those poker chips, drilling them into the sand, painting them beautifully, placing them to see if people would slip a little here and there, and all of that went to shit because Guy was just like, I'm gonna pick up all the cards and run. I don't care.
Yeah, the card deck, which they were actually in the shoe or whatever the thing was that the cards were in. They put like GoPros there. They had like a production meeting about, all right, your responsibility on this camera is going to be this one and this one. And then they just like walked over one time, grabbed them all and ran back. And that was it.
It was kind of amazing that they were able to do that. I was sitting there thinking, I wonder if Guy wasn't the first person to go, if other people would have thought about it and grabbed the stack. Because Vinny didn't.
No, I think Vinny was trying to follow the non-existent rules that were read off to him. And Guy was like, well, they didn't say you can't take the cards.
Yeah, that's totally true.
They didn't say that. And then at a certain point, you have to, as production, you go, do we just stop them? Or do we allow this insanity to continue to happen?
I mean, you kind of got to let
happen.
It's All Stars, sure. Again, like you kind of just got to let it ride. Now, the challenge probably would have stopped, reset the rules, and made sure that was part of the rules. But not All Stars, sure. And again, this is why we love it. They just roll with the punches, and they kept going. And honestly, I feel like that might have been part of the reason we got to the massive fight we got to.
Oh, it led to a much better daily, if you will. It led to a much better result of people yelling at each other. But like, grab the 5 of spades. All of that ended up being much better than them just going back and forth and not being able to like the crowd to help, if you will.
The cards all over the sand.
Amazing.
Tamaris is standing on the card she needs. I mean, asking Vinny where it is. Incredible. Vinny finally got the kiss that he wanted and didn't respond with a thank you. And as I'm writing that down, my girl Snooks is like, Vinny, where's the thank you? Come on, it's right there. She teed it up for you.
The big time move is if he would have swerved her. If he would have swerved her.
Nothing pisses me off more than a swerve.
Oh my God. That would have been great. That would have been extra great. Imagine that and be like, well, thank you for that. Or something. That would have been it.
Incredible. We get to the main event, if you will, and you might be thinking, oh, the main event, the final round, or the top 3. Nope.
Incorrect.
Not the main event.
Not at all.
Chase is unable to take an L, which surprised me because the first L that he took it pretty damn gracefully the first time, I think. Melinda was the one that lost her goddamn mind, and now the tables have turned, so to speak, and Chase just fucking loses his shit. I will say, Melinda did not follow any of the directions.
No, she did not.
She did not. Now, was it okay for him to talk to her the way that he did? Absolutely not. But was the point he was trying to make valid? Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with him on some of the points. And again, a lot of times it's just about how you go about having that conversation, right?
Yes.
I like how you say, like, Chase. Listen, Chase is probably used to winning at a lot of things in his life.
Oh, you think?
Winning just about all the time, and only because he manifests, right? Mm-hmm. Only for that specific reason.
Yeah, that's it.
So he's really lost 3 times. He lost the daily the first time. He lost the exile game.
Oh, that is true.
And now he lost this.
That is true.
And I think he was like, this is very simple. We need to find cards and put them on the thing. You're trying to make this harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, and she was panicking for no reason. He was correct to be like, hey, chill the fuck out. Find the card and put it back. And then she put them all on the wrong row.
Unbelievable. And she was getting upset at him for doing this stuff. Like, he's over there trying to collect them all on the one thing. You were just yelling at him. Mm-hmm. again, he went about this incorrectly, so we're going to deduct 1 point from him. So now he's at 0.
Yes.
Okay, so he's worked his way. Oh, he's at the peak now. This is where I feel like it all comes crashing down after this.
You would be correct. So for unknown reasons, he decides to spray a champagne bottle. Now, I will state, I do think that it was an accident. I don't feel like he was being malicious with it. However, I do feel like he handled it poorly when it all went down. Like, he could have just immediately been like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I think things would have done differently. But he seems to be a stubborn little bitch and decided to not do that and decided to just go on an absolute rampage against Chantel, which she got sprayed in the face. And then she throws a drink. Steven, we are on episode 3 of All-Star Shore Season 2. And we had a drink throw, I want to say episode 7, 8 of Season 1. We got it on episode 3. They are speed running this shit.
If you're going to do what he did, which is not what you should do, you're 1,000% right. He had multiple opportunities to be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Because, if I pop a bottle open, which I do routinely, obviously, because I celebrate W's all the time.
Yep.
And it's going somewhere you don't, like when your beer starts over spilling because it's shaking, or like a bottle of Coke, right? For those of you who don't party as hard as me and Mix, you just like take it off to the side. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He didn't do those things. As
That
a matter
is
of fact,
true.
it looked like he aimed it in her general direction.
Okay.
So I'm going to think that he did do this on purpose, because everything that we know is he is upset with her because he is like, I just need her to shut the fuck up. And I think this was his way of being like, because there was a bottle, I think, that got opened and sprayed earlier. I think what they said was
it's
like,
All-Star Shore.
yeah, you can take these and spray them when you win. And he was just like, pop, spray, whoops. And as we said last season, spilling a drink on somebody, like in the UK, whew,
Yep.
that's like saying the C word over here to somebody. It's just the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, now that you say that and I think back to it, he did leave it there. If we give him the benefit of the doubt of accidentally spraying it, you're right. He should have immediately pivoted it away from people,
Oh
but
my
he
God,
let it
so
go.
sorry. And then do the hand. Hey, I didn't mean to do that. I'm really sorry.
You're totally right.
But then he just like kept going and then continued to do it after.
Yeah, the whole thing, and it's bad when producers step in. I would love to know how long that scream fight went, because Chantel isn't going to just say something and then be done.
No. They dragged her away. I do like how she said if this was Geordie Shore, things would go differently. You can't just say that and not tell us what that means, Chantal.
Or show us, honestly. I don't think anybody would have been on the opposite side of supporting you if you had decided to do that. We really would have loved to see it. I didn't like that they took Chantel away. They should have taken Chase away.
They should have taken him away. You're absolutely correct. Let's not forget that there was a pineapple involved in here. Pineapple Gate 2023. Biggest scandal of all time. We have to discuss the pineapple throw. Now, she grabbed whatever was close to her and threw it towards his general direction, as general instinct does, fight or flight, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they should be lucky that there wasn't just a fucking machete there. We've seen her with a knife and a salt shaker. The girl could do some crazy shit.
Yeah. You just got to be very careful about that. And then he just kept going. Yes. And again, this is what makes me think totally on purpose. He kept going, just continued to do it as she was doing it. Everybody else was like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. And what was the move? Like, what did you think you were going to get out of this? Did you think you were just going to be like, I showed her in the interview later. Like, he was lost in the heat of the battle.
Yep.
His emotions were at an all-time low. I don't lose things because look at me. I've lost 3 times now. Mm-hmm. I got stolen. I think I was going to run this show.
Yep.
Now, apparently, my T-Rex brain is not working.
Yeah. It was. I wish that she had thrown hands, honestly, and I'm kind of a little disappointed that none of the guys at least grabbed him and pulled him back. Because you're right, he stood there for what felt like minutes. I know it wasn't, but what felt like minutes, just pouring shit, and he grabbed other stuff and kept pouring it. Like, okay, dude, we get it. Like, come on.
I felt myself saying, like, cool move, bro.
Yes.
You really showed her.
Like, yeah, you out fucking strength a woman half your size, super sick of you. Yeah, honestly.
Like, what's the move there? I don't see what you get out of it. What a terrible, terrible move. So now again, he has gone and he's gone down. So we're at like negative $1 billion now, or negative 69.
Oh, I like that. I think it's negative 69 for the time being.
For the time being, negative 69. Later in the episode, we go to negative 69, I think. Later,
yes, so. I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, just a weird move, and then they had to continue playing after this?
Yes. Then all of a sudden they're like, all right, let's get back to that. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. We haven't even figured out who won this yet.
It's like mom and dad yelled at each other during dinner and called each other a raging bitch. And like, you're lucky I didn't divorce you yet. And then it's like, dad leaves the table or whatever. And then you're like, man, this meatloaf is pretty good, Mom. Did you do anything different this time? And she's crying, and you're just same recipe as always. Yeah. That's what it felt like. It felt like one of those situations you see.
Yeah,
and it's just like everybody's got to be like imagine production be like, okay, everybody, all right. Yeah, Fabio, I need you.
Fabio, just scream about some shit. Scream, give us a wahoo, and let's keep going, okay?
Fabio, here's a condom. Blow it up over your head.
I don't even know what the fuck happened with that second round of the Paradise game. Chaos ensued. Couldn't tell you a single thing that happened. All of a sudden, Fabio and Pooh Bear won. And I'm like, hey, that's great. I love them. Good for them. Don't know how they did it. Congratulations.
There appear to be way too many cards on that thing. And if they had to do more,
add an extra line?
They did. There was definitely another one. I also think midway through, DMs are open. Please tell us, because this is one of the things I need you to tell us. Did you guys add tape to that board in the middle because the wind was so strong? I knew it.
I caught that too. I think after the sign game where the letter flew off, they were like, we got to get some stuff. So they had like these little lips where they were supposed to tuck but then the cards were just blowing it in half.
They're like, get some double-sided tape. We need it on the boards right away.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Love that. Just trying to fix on the fly. That's what we love about the All-Star Show, that we love about the production. It's just like, well, what? Listen, why
put some tape on
it? Just put some tape on it.
That's their motto. Just put some tape on it. And we love that about it. It is not a dig. It is honestly, I feel you to my core as somebody that has to deal with random shit during a shoot and you just throw crap together. I feel this, and it really gets me excited when I see it. So Fabio and Pooh Bear won. They do a fabulous speech about how they were going to take their two crushes, Chase and Melinda, but that Chase shit the bed. So then they took Chantel and Spanky, and I loved that decision for them.
It was really great. It was respectable. You know what? I literally watched, and I know they weren't watching, but I tipped my hat. I did a little tip of my hat, and I hope they are listening, and they appreciate that. That is the right move to do, because we love on All-Star Show when you put the competition over your hoe. You know?
Yes,
that's what
absolutely.
We're here for.
Absolutely. Speaking of good decisions, thank you for making the Paradise Reward directly after the Paradise game. This is how you do it. I'm a fan of this. We speed through this stuff. I like seeing the Paradise Reward stuff because they talk about game and it's fun, but I don't like when they separate it like that, like they did previously. Keep doing this. Big fan. We go to the Paradise Reward, and as I stated previously, audio issues again with Fabio. My poor audio guy can't get the audio right with Fabio. I don't know what the problem is.
Absolute blender all season. He's never going to learn. There's going to be no fix for this until one day he's just like, fuck it, I'm turning the dial down. And then Fabio has a really heart-to-heart moment with somebody. He's like, I just don't know how long I can keep doing this. And they're like, I missed it. I thought you were going to yell at us.
Well, it was the wind. He was yelling, and then the wind is like... And I was just like, I don't know what he's saying. Don't know what he's saying. I know you guys tried. I could hear that you tried to turn it up a little. Yeah. It was just, that was too windy of a spot. But
I will say,
it looked cool.
He did get out what might be rivaling some very important quotes in the history of the world. he was able to get out a quote amongst the wind, amongst the tropical storm, and maybe another cruise boat that pulled up alongside them later. He was able to rattle off in an absolute dig to Chase, to Vinny, I'm sure, to Tamaris, and to, who am I forgetting there? Melinda. He goes,
it's a competition game. They're not drinking. They're not partying. We're partying and getting drunk all days, and look at where we are now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right. You're 1,000% right.
Chef's kiss. And I stand by that. I've always been that way. And you know me, I've always said, people get all dressed up for work. And they're like, oh, you got to dress to impress and do all this stuff. I look homeless every day. Every day I show up as if I just came out of bed. And you know what? I fucking kill it at my job because it doesn't matter what you wear. Same thing. Doesn't matter if you're an alcoholic. You can still win All-Star Short.
This is true. Both things that she said are true. And then sometimes I'm unaware a client is coming until I show up and I see Mixie.
Mixie, brush your hair.
Oh, a client's coming today because she doesn't look homeless. It's not a hoodie. It's some sort of outfit, And I'm like, whoa, you have arms.
I do.
Whoa.
And I'm not just a bag lady.
Not a bag lady. We're not going slippers, old house lady slippers at the office. Do you have shoes on today? Wow.
But, Steven, do I get my shit done?
Oh, yes.
Does it fucking matter what I look like? No, it does not. It is the effort put into the job. It is what you do with it, just like they are doing. It is their rebound of being hungover and being able to get that dub still.
We do love that. We do love that for them. We love that for them, and we love it for you.
Thank you. We get back to the house. We get a little shot back at the house. Marina is chomping on chips, mouth wide open. So, Chase, you gonna talk to Melinda?
Yeah, I think you should just talk with her.
Marnie, hilarious.
You gotta just settle it with her.
I mean, again, you can't make this shit up. So raw, so real. You could tell that they didn't send her in to talk to Chase. She was just sitting there eating her chips, and she goes, "Oh, Chase is here. Have you talked to your partner?" Yum yum yum.
No, I haven't.
Eddie hasn't, and Shakaru. I don't think that they are gonna figure this out. I think this might be where we hit that Angelina part of the season where there's an issue with the teammates and we have to change some things around because somebody with a bit more weight of their name is a little unhappy.
Yeah. Do you believe, because there is a moment within this where our girl Chantal pulls over somebody who's talking to him and she's like, he's trying to get me sent home.
Yeah, Javi, yeah.
Do you think that was something that happened? Do you think there was a conversation where he's like, you know what, you got to send her home. She injured me.
It's funny you say that. That was later in my notes. I want to know so badly. Oh, you're fine. I want to know so badly if it's true. I could see him just being like, well, wouldn't that be grounds to kick her off? Not like you have to kick her off. I feel like, some telephone was played and it might have been a bit more, she might have heard it in a way that was a bit more like, hey, he's trying to get you kicked off. I can also see them just kind of being like, Chase is pissed. What if we told Chantel that he's trying to get her kicked off? What would happen then? Can we keep stirring this pot?
Either way, perfectly executed.
Yes.
Because it did what it needed to do.
Uh-huh.
It was absolutely flawless execution. And if he did try to do this.
Yeah.
What an absolute piss poor effort.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Do that for a pineapple throw after you sprayed her in the face and then continued to dump alcohol on her head?
I like how later he tries to defend himself. He's like, she threw a pineapple at me. And they showing the footage of him literally spraying her, continuing to spray her as she then picks up the pineapple and does that was just like he was breathing air or something.
Yeah, as if that just came out of thin air and nothing happened previously.
Yeah. Oh, I was just standing there minding my business, reading the Bible, and all of a sudden there was a pineapple thrown.
I was assaulted by a pineapple.
What happened?
Can
Here
you
I am,
believe it?
trying to pray to Jesus and just have a good Christian life, and pineapples are being, you know what she is? She hates Jesus.
Yes. And that seems like grounds to get kicked off the show, if you ask
should
me.
Kick her off the show because she hates Jesus.
Oh, fuck. So funny.
Amazing.
A couple things that I wanted to touch on very quickly. First off, in complete shock and awe that Melinda had a adult conversation with Vinny. Saw Vinny sit down with her and say his speech, and then they cut to a commercial, and I was like, fuck, here we go again. But she seemed to be an adult about it. Now, I don't know if she actually was, per se, but what we saw was seemingly adult.
Maybe she didn't realize the camera was there. Because every time the camera has been there, she's been a little extra, some might say.
Could you say, like, when she came back from the Exile Games with her head hanging and dragging her body up the stairs?
And making eye contact with the camera, being like, did I do what I needed to do?
Yeah.
Are they thinking about us? Also, I wanted to like Chase in this episode because he started it by coming back, and I'm thinking, are they going to tell them? Are they going to show? Should they tell them that they saw the stuff? What would be your move, Mixie? Because you're the first Exile now. Are you going to tell them what you saw, or are you just going to continue to go about your ways?
I think I probably would have done exactly what Chase did. Just like a sly, little
good.
sneaky ass, like assholey type of like,
good.
you definitely didn't say that you were happy I was gone because I'm boring. That's definitely not something that would have come out of your mouth. No way.
Vinny definitely would have kissed Tamaris, and she said, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, how embarrassing that would have been.
That is honestly probably how I would have gone about it. Unless I got like game information, like information that would help my game. Because that's just like, again, trying to stir the pot and cause problems. Unless there was like actual game information of like a secret alliance or something, then I would keep that to myself. But hilarious the way he went about it. I agree with you.
Yeah, it was great execution. And unfortunately, that was just the start of the beginning of the end of the day for him. Yes.
Yeah. We also finally got a makeout between Tamaris and Vinny. You know, Vinny was trying real hard to have a conversation with her that was serious without the cameras catching it. They caught it, buddy. You are mic'd. You know this. This is not your first rodeo. That was amazing. I will be the first one to say thank you for that.
Who was that? Man. Our girl can kiss.
Yeah, she's hot.
Our girl can kiss, and she's hot. What a combination. Man, must life be good for her.
And Vinny.
Jesus Christ.
Vinny's
Vinny,
living on top of the world right now.
Yeah,
I do
that's
think he
a big
actually
pull
likes
for
her.
Vinny.
I do think that there's actually a connection there. We might have a Gigi Blake 2.0.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be just
can you imagine
absolutely
if they're
fantastic?
undefeated in like perfect little relationships?
They have a better record than The Bachelor, you know?
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be incredible. Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm just like, look at these two. Look at this hot person just making out. Take notes, everybody. The right amount of tongue. Vinny couldn't get up because he had a boner.
Textbook.
Understandably.
Yeah. Absolutely. Can't wait for them to smush. I need that. I'm hoping that we get that. I don't know if Vinny would do it on camera anymore. I feel like he's out of he's out of his days when that would be the case.
And I don't think she's going to do it either because she knows like there's cameras everywhere and they would probably
I feel like we might get like a bathroom we just hear it situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where they like tried to unmic.
Crossed.
Yeah, I think something like that might happen. I do want to touch on last thing for the Paradise Reward. Did you see Chantel's shoes at the Paradise Reward?
I don't think so.
She is wearing, and I say this in the most respectful way, stripper stilettos, and somehow is not sinking into the sand. What wizardry is happening there? I don't understand that.
I do feel like her being probably all of 80 pounds helps.
That would help it. Yeah.
That does help. I don't know. But we should know this about her. She operates on a different level.
She definitely does. And it's a level I would love to be able to access. I just don't think I'll be able to ever get there.
Let us know in the DMs what your secrets are.
Yeah. Speaking of operating on another level, Javi, I my jaw hit the fucking ground. We're all hanging out. Everybody's good. We're chilling. And I catch a glimpse of Javi chugging a bottle of tequila. And I rewound and counted 6-second pull. Direct.
Amazing.
With his eyes open. Eyes were open.
Look at the photo.
The man is an Olympic athlete. I mean, he deserves a gold medal. I cannot understand it. I need his body to be studied. I need to understand. It's Don Julio. Like, this man is not just like, I couldn't believe it. There was no salt or lime in sight. He is just pulling, and you could see the liquid, like how much he's taking in those 6 seconds. Like, how do you drink like that, sir? Even in my prime, I couldn't do that.
He's just a professional. That's all it is.
Truly he is.
He's just a special kind of man, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be noted, it should be warranted that we give him some sort of medal for this performance. Unfortunately, we don't have a chug of the week, but we might need to get that.
If we had it, he would get it, because holy shit. He can get it this week, because Chantel really understood everything this week, it seemed like. So I'm happy for her. We can't have one of our favorite segments this week, but good on her. You know, everything that happened, she was able to process, and we love that for her.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to process how she stood in the stand in like 8-inch platform stilettos, so maybe I deserve that this week. I want to make a comment here, and it might be controversial.
Oh, boy.
I think it should be mandatory for everybody to party at night. These people going to bed and missing out on some of the greatest parts of the show. Like last year, season 1, everyone partied. There was really no like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed to make sure. No. You have to party for at least 3 hours. Like, there has to be some sort of time limit. I don't want to change the idea of the show where they kind of let everybody do whatever the fuck they want, but this is a partying show.
Yeah, it's like also you're competing against your hangover in
That's
part
half of it.
They need to institute the opposite rule of the challenge in Bachelor in Paradise, which is drink minimums.
Yes, I agree.
It should be a certain number of drinks per hour, and you must stay out on the patio for 2.5 hours to 3 hours. Now, if you would like to push it, if you want time off your go-to-bed clock, by the way, this is why we should be working with you on season 3.
Yeah.
I literally in the moment.
Are you legally allowed to force people to drink on a television show? Can we
listen?
put that
We'll
in the
cross that
contract?
bridge when we cross whatever country we're going to film in, where rules do not apply. Mm-hmm. They signed their contract. We can do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's in the fine print.
See, I'm even thinking like when they signed the contract. I mean, they do whatever the fuck we say.
Yeah.
So you have a go to bed timer. We set it 3 hours from the moment the party starts. If you would like to go to bed sooner, you need to consume 1 extra drink. So for every drink you consume, you lose 15 minutes off your party time.
I like this. I like this a lot. This is seriously, give us a call. Let us help. You don't need much help, but we could be that little cherry that takes it to the top, you know?
Right on top.
Let us just right there.
Oh. Right in there.
Right there. I really enjoyed the party. Again, I wish everybody was there because some of them missed Spanky dropping his pants fully naked for absolutely no reason at all. Obviously becoming this week.
Let's go, Spanky!
Pass of the week. Of the week.
Man, Spanky, just when I thought we didn't know enough about you, I now know that when you get a little drinky, you're like, I don't need these pants. I need the water. I need the water.
A merman, if you will. And my favorite part about it was that later he's sitting in, the little interview room, and he's like, where are my underwear? Just completely unaware that he had taken them off, jumped in the pool, using cushions to cover himself as if he wasn't walking around for God knows how long with nothing on him.
Where did they go? You haven't had them for an hour, sir.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? They didn't just fall off of you right now.
And then it just gets better. We get into Chantel's room. She starts talking about Guy, which I will get to in a second. But my dude still doesn't have pants on. He's sitting on the edge of the bed cracking out.
Look at this crack. Look at this crack. He's just like, whatever. why put them back on now? What a waste of time in my life.
Inside where my clothes are probably very close to me, but still not worth it. Why would I get them?
They're literally 2 beds over. I can see them from here, but I'm sitting down now. That's a me move. Like,
oh, yeah?
My drink's over there. Looks like I'm not going to drink it. Damn it.
I see it. We got eyes.
And you're just like, too far.
Yep.
Never mind.
I want to discuss Guy, Mustache Man. How is he pulling all of these women? I mean, I know it's his magnum
mustache.
dong.
It's the mustache.
It's his magnum dong. It's the size of a forearm.
It's a combo platter. It's definitely a combo platter of dong and mustache, right?
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like he's not a good-looking dude, but like he is just not even, from what I'm seeing, putting in really any effort to get these women, and they're falling for him left, right, and center.
Some men are just talented and gifted like this. They just, like, it's the pheromones or something. I mean, I don't even need to look back at my third note of the first episode, which said that this guy probably bangs a different woman every night of the week. His body count is probably 1 million, right?
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely correct.
He exudes this guy fucks energy, you know?
Oh, yeah. I think it was based off of him.
I mean, his own partner, who has not had sex with him or showed any interest in him, was like, yeah, fuck him. He seems like he's great in bed. Get after that magnum dick.
Yeah, good on ya. You're used to dating all these other losers who are just like roided up guys who probably got shriveled little dongers.
Yeah.
Get the guaranteed giant donger.
Get that magnum dong, forearm right in the puss.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Yeah, did you hear her?
Yeah, we all heard her. Did you?
I'm sure you would like that experience too. That's what it was. I think it was like, I mean, it's like when the fajitas come out at Chili's.
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't think I wanted fajitas, but that sound, that smell, I kind of want it now.
It's got everyone turning heads and talking to each other, being like, "Do you hear those fajitas?"
Yeah.
Those sound like some really good fajitas.
Sounded like those fajitas are really enjoying themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'll get the crowd going.
Every
and Issa wanted everybody to enjoy themselves. You know, she did. She's a selfless queen, as we said. She wants everybody to get a piece of the pie. Yeah. And I'm excited that Chantel might be getting a little bit of a mustache ride later. I wish that for her. I do.
America wants it for her. I'm sure the UK wants it for her. And now we are full on in support of her getting a mustache ride. Again, fingers crossed.
Team
fingers crossed.
Chantel gets a mustache ride.
Hashtag Chantel gets a mustache.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
We end the night. We wake up the next morning, and that is when we find out that apparently Chase is trying to get Chantel kicked off the show. Now, we did discuss this, but Javi, who is a big birthday guy, big birthday guy, wanted to make sure everybody knew it was his birthday and that he was going to get all the ladies in lingerie, which can't wait for the next episode. Are you kidding me? Sign me up.
Wow.
That's going to be a terribly difficult ass of the week. I have a feeling in my gut.
I have never thought about going this route. I've never thought about, like, you know, telling ladies that I'm interested in that it's my birthday, and as a present, you should just dress in lingerie. Because I feel like in an American society, you will get in trouble for that. All-Star, sure. They're like, yeah, baby, whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll be there in lace.
I'll be there. Oh, of course I was going to give you a massage in lingerie. Think I wasn't going to do that?
Yeah.
Get out
Amazing.
of here.
I cannot wait for this next episode. I loved the Javi Chase fight. I mean, you could tell he's clearly still drunk or just continuing to drink from the night before. Who knows if he went to bed? Uncertain. He is standing there spilling his drink, being like, "Your brain is like a T-Rex." What does that mean? I don't know. I'm here for it.
I've spent hours trying to figure this out since I watched. No clue. I wanted to take a stab at it, but the only thing I can think of is like it just yells. Your brain just goes rah, and that. It's the only thing I've gotten to.
See, I was thinking like maybe he didn't finish his statement and he meant like your brain is like a T-Rex arm because they're a little short and they go like ah. They're like stuck there.
They're stuck there. Yeah, they got a little
that's
rubber
right.
band. They got a little
his
rubber
brain is
band
just
holding them.
stuck in this situation because he can't move him forward. That's
Man,
where
that would
my
suck.
eye went with it. But who knows what he meant? Javi, let us know if you could give us a Urban Dictionary definition of that. We'll make sure to get it up online and make sure everybody knows what that burn truly means. Because it's kind of awesome to like give a burn where the other person's like, wait, what?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's one of the favorite. It's one of the best things you can do at a party, and it doesn't even need to be a burn, right? It can just be something
Nonsense.
simple. One of my favorite comedians, Steve Birds. He had this thing. He goes, so my brother was in the army. This is his joke. My brother was in the army, and so when I would go to parties back, when this was, the war in Afghanistan and all that. Pardon me. People would go, so, what do you think of the war? And he goes, this is for you guys to use it anytime you want. And you can use this, hotties. Anybody listening can use this for whatever conversation you want. Now, you do
can't
have
wait.
to be in America for this to work, right? So here's what you say. His response was, and you have to follow it up by immediately walking away after you say this line. You can't
Love
just
it.
stand around in the circle. You just have to say it and leave. You have to go, last time I checked, this is America. And then you just walk away. And by the time everyone figures out that doesn't mean anything in relation to the thing you just asked them, you've disappeared into
You're
the
gone.
bush.
You're gone.
People are like, is that the
would've been
guy?
real nice.
Was that the guy who said, last time I checked, this is America? But you have to say it with attitude. Last time I checked, this is America. And you walk away and they're like, that doesn't make any sense.
That would have been
Do you
a
like
great move.
burritos? Last time I checked, this is America. Gone.
If Javi had said, your brain is like a T-Rex and just left, that would have really been the icing on the cake. He really would have. You know what was one of my favorite parts of this whole argument? They cut to Melinda, Tamaris, and Pooh Bear, a.k.a. Hottie, standing in like a hallway, outdoor, indoor situation. Hottie's brushing her teeth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You don't brush your teeth
No.
away from a
No.
sink.
Big time.
Oh
Big
my
time
goodness.
move. Absolutely correct.
What are you doing? I don't think I can be friends with people that are like walking around and brushing their teeth. Where are you spitting? Are you swallowing it? That's disgusting. The whole point of brushing your teeth is to get the gunk out of your mouth and then you spit it. That's the whole point of it. Why are you standing there? Like,
I have an issue with this. Look at this photo. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had it up. Look at this photo. I have lots of questions. Number one, are you already ready? Like your fit's on and now we're brushing the teeth? You're doing that. The last thing you're doing is the teeth brushing because your fit's on. That's not a hangout fit. That's like a party fit, right?
and it's also supposedly very early in the morning. So, like, how early did you
Right.
get up to put that on?
Right. Second thing is, I don't know about you, Mixie, when you brush your teeth, but when I brush my teeth and I've gone anywhere longer than 3 seconds after brushing my teeth, there is toothpaste everywhere. Everywhere. Because I'm scrubbing. Where's her toothpaste? Did she even have toothpaste? Is she just brushing her teeth with a dry toothbrush? That is a psychopath move if that is true.
Well, I mean, she's got to be clean with it because she's not by a sink.
Should she spit it all out and then ran back and kept
Where is
brushing?
she spitting? Where is she spitting? And
She
you have to
clearly
rinse.
left. She left the sink for this argument, which I clearly would have done. But I would
But you
have left the
spit and leave
toothbrush.
the toothbrush there.
You're right.
You're going to tell me that you didn't have enough time to take it out, spit, and walk out? You're standing there? What the hell? My brain could not compute that
No.
whole situation.
Since you mentioned your favorite part of the fight, which was clearly this enraging teeth brushing conversation we just had, I would like to mention my favorite part of the fight, which I got to give Xavi a lot of credit here. So much credit. Because he did the smart thing of walking away from the guy who's just like, whoa, and he's like, oh, you won't let me talk. Whoa. So he walks away, and Chase goes, big time alpha move here, by the way. If you're going to say it to my face. Come say it to my face. I bet you won't say it to my face. And he's like, oh, clearly you haven't met me. And he literally says, I'm walking up to your face, and now I'm saying it in your face. And Chase's move isn't to go, hey, I respect that. He goes, you know what I could do to you if I wanted to, right? And I was like, make out with him? What could you do?
The world
what
is your
could you
oyster.
do?
What would you do?
Yeah. Oh, you're going to fight him? You're going to be all, look at me. Everybody was trying to be like, bro, just squash it. Go apologize to both the ladies and let it be fucking over with. But he couldn't do that. He decided, I can't fight with the ladies, so I'm going to go fight with this random guy who was like, hey, man, just like, you're causing problems. No one wants to be around you. This is not good for the team morale. Just like happened last year. We got to figure this out. We got to squash it now. We're all trying to have fun here, but you want to be a party pooper. Shouts out to him for just being like, no, I'll come say it to your face.
We love
because
Javi.
I dare you to punch me and get sent home. Actually, I'm doing everyone a fucking favor here, taking a punch from you.
Yeah.
You push me, you're gone. I'm doing a favor for everyone.
He is. He's being an icon, and he's putting his life on the line for Chantel and honestly everybody else. So we love Javi for that. And on his birthday, when did Chase say happy birthday? I didn't hear that come out of his fucking mouth. Heard a lot of bullshit.
Ooh.
We are getting into the end of the episode, and the air horn goes off. And Fabio is scared shitless. He is awoken from his sleep, I guess, or I don't even know if he was sleeping or not, but they translated what he said. And he says, and I quote, "Fuck you and your sister." What an incredible way to be startled, to say that. I need to train myself to do that. Why your sister? Who knows? Do you even have a sister? You don't.
I don't. So how dare you, first of all? You don't even know me, bro. Come on. You don't even know me. This does answer the question whether this horn was added in post, which I always thought it was, or if this is played throughout the house, because I just thought it was a producer being like, all right, everybody, let's go.
Yeah.
Nope. Air horn is real.
I love it.
It's clearly because of us. No other reason. Because of the right realities, because of the number one. And you're welcome, America.
It brings me happiness to know that that is played. It lets me know that they put speakers throughout that house just so they can all hear the air horn go off. And we love that. Now, we were left on a cliffhanger.
Normally, I'd be pissed off.
Was it actually a cliffhanger? Is there any way in hell that they don't choose Chantel and Spanky in this situation? Because they're choosing Chantel and Spanky.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know if they are. I hope. Sure. I don't care. I honestly, I don't follow this like I follow the challenge, honestly. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Because they're not going home. You're going to lose some points, right? Like, whatever. Great. Okay. It's a smart move. If we're playing real strategic gameplay, yeah, because they're the two highest teams there. So if somebody's going to lose their points, right?
Well, it was the speech prior, before the cutoff. He was like, "This is not personal. Please don't take this personally." Because Chantel got mad last time that they weren't chosen because they weren't looked at as a threat, and now she's panicking that she's going to get chosen because they have the most points and might be a threat. It's 100% Chantel and Spanky. There's no way that they go for Melinda and Chase in this situation. No chance.
I think you put Melinda Chase in and you do it every week. Be like, listen, every night's better in the house without you guys being here. So we'll just put you in every week.
I guess that is true. They are potentially kicking them out to have like a great party.
Yeah.
But I really think it's going to be Chantel and Spanky. I really do. Either way, I think Tamaris and Vinny lose. I think that they set it up for that because they need them to lose those points.
We'll see how it goes. I'm really excited for next week. I'm excited to see if Chase leaves the show. I could just see him being like, I don't need this. I'm out.
I don't think that his ego can take not being on this show. I don't think that he has like the ability to be like, I need to leave. I think he's going to be like even more like, I'm going to beat all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I don't need to be friends with any of you guys. I don't even need to talk to my teammate. Watch me win.
Yeah, it certainly can happen. And, you know, when that does happen, we'll be here to recap it, to share the laughs, to share the love, and to just honestly enjoy this spectacular feast of television that we have on.
Always.
Yeah. Always and forever. Thank you so much for listening this week, guys. Really appreciate it. We appreciate you joining the Hotties. There's a couple Hotties that look like it's coming in. We'll get to you for the next season of the challenge. If you're not the next season, the next episode of the challenge, if you're listening.
Yes.
Need some more reviews. We had a good review last week. Let's get another one this week.
Where you at?
And remember, just comment whatever you want on the YouTube video. We're loving seeing the comments from new people who are not in the Hotties. We love this. We love this. Until then, we'll see you next week. Love you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.